This freaking review has been such an emotional roller coaster. I insta storied it and I kept posting about how I want to buy it, but I'm not sure. I didn't know what to do. Like, I was just kept insta storying the whole process, and you guys got so invested emotionally into the story. I put up an insta poll and the guys, the boys on my list started voting like, yes, go get the foundation, or no, don't go get the foundation. I love the fact that you're this emotionally invested in my quest for the perfect foundation. What's up, you guys? So, oh my god, I'm just gonna get right into it. If you guys have been following me on Instagram, you know just what an emotional roller coaster this Huda Beauty foundation, full filter foundation, has been for me. Like the Snapchat swatches on Huda Beauty's Snapchat and Instagram, oh my god, insane. Like, I was so like this. So I really wanted to buy the foundation since she announced it, but so when it first came out, I went to Sephora and I was like, okay, I'm all ready to buy it. I got money in my pocket to blow, and I'm just gonna spend it all on Sephora because that's what you do. I went to Sephora, I tried it on, and I couldn't, first of all, find a shade that matched my skin tone exactly, which was really frustrating because Huda Beauty had promised a really diverse range, all kinds of skin tones. I was kind of disappointed when I was trying it on in the stores. Like, I felt like it just felt so drying on my face, and I'm not a foundation person. I don't like to wear foundation because I feel like it just looks too much, and I feel like because I'm so pale, it like washes me out, despite like no amount of bronzer can undo the horror that becomes my face when I put on foundation. Plus, I got dry skin. I can't really be bothered to wear foundation on an everyday basis. So I just, for me, like, I have extremely high expectations from foundations, because if I was gonna wear a foundation, which by the way now I wanted to buy because I'm starting to appear more on camera, even with my professional life, I'm supposed to be reporting on camera, so I needed something that would, just for one of those days where you just feel like wearing a full face of makeup, or for those days where you like really want to hide massive spots. So I can't stop looking at, I just, because I'm getting obsessed with the foundation, so I have to, like, I keep checking it in the viewfinder. But anyway, so I went to Sephora, right, and I tried it on and I couldn't find my shade. Either I was too light or too dark. I just couldn't find something that had like, that was like light enough but had beige undertones, because that's my Asian skin tone. And I was really disappointed because when I tried it on as well, like, I just felt like it looked very drying. So I wasn't satisfied because, obviously it was just being like, no, I'm not gonna get it because I didn't like it in store. I was determined. That thing where, and it gets in your head like you have to get it, like you just want a product so bad that you keep obsessing over it. I literally spent a whole day obsessing over this Huda Beauty foundation. I was like, no way, I'm not buying this foundation after waiting for it for so long. I have to try it. I have to give it another chance, because when Huda Beauty freaking promises something, I know it's gonna mean something. Plus, this foundation, she spent 2 years formulating it. That's 2 years of hard work. I wasn't just gonna let 2 hours of swatching deter me from buying this foundation. Of course I had to go try it properly. So, I did what any responsible adult would do. I ordered online. That doesn't always work out for the best because you end up buying a lot more products than you need. But anyway, that's a different story for a different day. And lo and behold, it's here, and that was fail. It's here. I also ordered the Huda Beauty brush because, me, I'm excessive and I couldn't just live with the brushes I have. I had to have the whole real thing. So this foundation comes in this very like chic looking packaging. It looks like glass, but it's actually plastic, so that's good because you can travel with it and it's sturdy, and if it falls, like, you're not gonna, you don't have the risk of breaking it. It feels plasticky, but at the same time I won't say it feels cheap. Like, I actually like how the matte kind of ombre finish appears on, like, how they have this like ombre packaging. I think it looks very, very chic, and it's got that little bit of an edge, which, it's always great. They have a huge range of shades. They've got the lightest shades to the darkest shades, so I love the fact that it's very inclusive. After Fenty Beauty, like, I think it's so great that a lot of brands are being more inclusive, and Huda Beauty, being a woman of color herself, was always inclusive anyway, so I love that about her. I love that she celebrates diversity. So with the packaging, I'll say I love it. Like, everything about the packaging is great. It's got the classic Huda Beauty logo, the pink and white. When you open it, it comes attached with a pump, which is great. Yeah, and then with the brush, it's really packed tightly, but at the same time it's very, very soft. The bristles are very soft, so it to me this feel, it's good for the product because it like moves the product around your face the way it is meant to with the formula. I think because the formula is kind of like it dries instantly, so you have to be like either primed really well, or you have to make sure that you like buff it into your skin well. So I think this works because the bristles are soft yet packed, so it really helps to move the product around on your face. Also with this, I will say you don't drag the product. I was dragging the product across my face. You have to buff it and like tap it. The amazing thing about the Huda Beauty foundation though, even though it feels like it's drying very quickly, it actually doesn't. Like it will still like blend in perfectly. Anyway, the shade that I got is 200B, which is shortbread. So just as a guide for someone who's a similar skin tone as mine, I'm usually the second lightest shade in drugstore foundations, but don't make that same mistake with the Huda Beauty foundations because she has it based on undertones. So like you're gonna be like different categories of skin tones. Mine was the second category with beige undertones, so I was 200B in that shade shortbread, if that helps. I had such mixed feelings about this foundation when I got it, because when I put it on my face I was like, whoa, shit, like what is this, you know? I did not like it at all. Like I actually hated it when I tried it on in stores, and I was so disappointed because like I wanted the foundation so bad and I couldn't have it because it just looked horrible. But you know, when I walked back to the parking lot like defeated and dejected and feeling like shit, I couldn't get my foundation, I was Insta storying about it, and then I noticed in my Insta stories that as the minutes progressed, the foundation actually settled in really beautifully into the skin. Like it actually started meshing in, the color started making sense, and the pasty look that I had, it just disappeared. And I started noticing, I was like, wow, my skin actually looks good. So you know, you can't tell at all, but like right now, even if, let me try, like if you look right now, I have a massive like bright red, the reddest red zit that you can have on your face, and this is, it's like massive. And I have a really big scar over here as well from when I like popped my pimple, so you can't see any of that. And I've used just the lightest layer of this foundation, and well, no, actually I'm not gonna lie, I've used the lightest layer of foundation all over my face, but specifically here I've kind of tapped it on, but you can't see it at all. Like I cannot see it on my face. Like even when I'm looking at it in person, it's just kind of blurred in. I do feel like this is very heavy coverage, but I feel like even though it is a high coverage foundation, it just feels like skin and it looks like skin. Like I don't think, if you look at my tutorials, you're gonna see that I don't wear any foundation, but my skin still looks the same. So with this foundation, even though I have the coverage, but my skin still looks natural. So if I wasn't wearing like this crazy bronzer and highlighter and everything, you would probably still, you know, get really high coverage with the natural finish. So I feel like with people who have like major skin pigmentation, or when they have a lot of for example rosacea, or they have a lot of pimples, I feel like this is a great foundation because they can still get that natural look but still get the high coverage. By the way, it's very true to color, so it doesn't oxidize on your face. It's gonna be exactly like your skin tone, but it just settles in well. So after it settles in, if you have, I have an oily T-zone, and then I've got like I've got combination, so I've got normal cheeks but an oily T-zone. I would say, judging on how it's looking right now, I don't have any highlighter on here. It's actually just my natural oils. So judging based on how this looks, I would say just powder your T-zone with this foundation. But it's a very comfortable finish. Like it's not dewy and it's not matte. It just blurs everything out, gives you an even complexion, and it just feels really good on the skin, and it smells really good. It smells like jasmine. I was gonna hate the foundation at first. I hated it at first, and even now when I put it on first, like I hate the way my face looks. But literally give it like 20 minutes to 30 minutes, and when your makeup just settles in to your skin, when your makeup just settles in, you're gonna realize that it is actually a really good foundation. And I was honestly gonna come on here and give a bad review, but I was like, you know what, no, hold on, let me be patient. And I'm so glad that I was, because if I wasn't, I wouldn't discover what an amazing product this is. I love it. Like I really do love it. I was looking for a foundation which was relatively high coverage for those days where like concealer doesn't do its job, and this is perfect. Yeah, I had lipstick. Oh my god, I had lipstick on my teeth this whole time. Shit. I don't know. I think that I'm pretty satisfied overall with how the foundation looks. It's a very comfortable finish on the skin, especially for someone who's not comfortable wearing foundation at all. I'm really satisfied with the purchase. It is 185 dirhams in Sephora, and honestly, I don't mind paying the price, because for a higher end product you're getting something that is going to last you a long time. It's going to be useful. You're actually going to use it, because I'm someone who hates the look and feel of foundation, but even for me, I feel like this is so comfortable. So honestly, the fact that Huda spent 2 years working on it, I think hats off to her. She has really done such an amazing job. I love the fact that she's so inclusive, and you know, like, accepts diversity not only in her posts but also promotes that through her products. I'm actually very happy with the way this product looks. I'm obsessing over how my makeup looks, which I'm sort of not happy, but I can't tell what's wrong with it. But this is where I've put the most foundation, over here on my zit. Like, I've put on extra, so you can probably, like, it probably shows. But the rest of my skin, if you notice, I haven't powdered it, I haven't put a lot of crazy like highlighter, but it just feels like skin and it looks like skin, and I love this about the foundation. In short, it is A1 for me. I love it. I had a deep fear. This is how emotionally invested I was in this foundation. I had a serious fear that I was going to spend all this money and be completely disappointed with the product, and I was wrong. Huda Beauty has done an amazing job with this. Like, I really like it, and I'm so glad, because 185 dirhams is not cheap for a foundation, let me tell you, because you've got a lot of drugstore foundations that people rave about all the time, so why not just go for that? I wanted something that was, you know, I wanted to indulge, and I wanted something that would last me a long time, and something that would be good for me on camera, and I feel like this is that foundation. It gives you high coverage without looking cakey or fake, and it looks like real skin. High coverage, real skin. This is the foundation. This, in 2 words, if I had to describe this Huda Beauty foundation, that's what it is. I feel like I can even just use this as a concealer, because it's so natural on my skin. I can just use it wherever I've got spots, and I don't even have to put it on my whole face. So I think, as with most Huda Beauty products, this is going to be a great multi-function product, and I think you guys are not going to regret it. Also, I will add that the brush is not a necessity. You can make it work with like Morphe brushes or any other beauty blender or whatever you have, but for me, I feel like my hijab is falling apart. Of course, why wouldn't it in the middle of filming? Yeah, so it is, because it's specifically made for the product. I feel like it helps buff it into the skin better, because the texture of the brush understands the formula of the foundation, so they work well together. But honestly, it's not a necessity. You don't have to buy it. There's a really great Morphe brush alternative that I'll like try and insert here somewhere, or put the name of, that you can look up, which feels similar. So just keep in mind, be patient. I'm so glad that I took the time to just be patient with the product. Once you put it on, just wait. When you wait, everything's gonna be brilliant. A-okay. I would suggest that for anyone who wants to buy this product, I know a lot of people have been asking me to review it, I would say when you go into the store, try to test out a bunch of different shades, because I thought my shade was gonna be like 120B, but that was way too light for me. Test it out in store, and once you and then wait, like for example 2-3 shades, and then swatch them, you know, all over your face. Go home, you know, or like at least walk around the mall, get a snack, something, come back after half an hour to 40 minutes, and then see which one you like, then see how you really feel about the foundation. Because for me, I just like straight up walked out of Sephora dejected. I didn't even like try to indulge in anything else. I was just like, I'm so done, I'm so disappointed, and I walked out. I tortured myself an entire day. I was literally obsessing over this foundation for a whole freaking day. I'm not kidding you, like obsessing, like thinking about it, like shit, should I get it, should I not get it, should I get it, should I not get it? And then I was like, you know what, I wouldn't know if I don't try it, so let's just give it a chance. I just almost knocked over my entire lighting studio here. Guys, by the way, I forgot to mention one thing, and I know this is not set up the way the original video was, but I also wanted to point out that I've got pigmentation here, and usually when you put on any sort of concealer or foundation, it starts to look great and it starts to look like there's something there, but with this I feel like it doesn't give that cakey kind of look, and this foundation takes minimal blending, but look, it doesn't give me that dark kind of shadowy gray look, so I love that. For me, that's usually kind of a deciding factor for whether I like a foundation or not, and with this I feel like it doesn't give me that like a grayish kind of shadow. You know, you can tell when there's like, we're trying to cover up pigmentation and then you can see the difference in your skin tone. This foundation doesn't do that, so that's another point. We were shooting under direct sun for like 2 hours or 2.5 hours. I've gotta say, like, this is a really good foundation. The foundation hasn't budged. Like, I can still see it around where I covered it up with my zit. It might have faded just a little bit, but like hardly anything. And for me, honestly, the biggest thing is the fact that it did not melt in the scorching heat, and It didn't make me oily. Like, you know how it makes you feel sweaty and like your face is clogging up? It did not give me that heavy feel. So Huda, I love you. You've done an amazing job. I am someone who hates foundation, but you've made me love it. From being like a foundation hater to really loving this product. I hope this review was helpful. I'm gonna be 100% honest about the products that I review because I have no filter and I can't be bothered with kissing ass, but I genuinely really enjoyed the product. And if you guys go try out, let me know what you think. Let me know if you know, this review was helpful at all, and if you're gonna go buy it, what you thought of the product, if you agreed with me, disagreed with me. Let me know in the comments below. Leave me some love, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. What was I gonna say? What was he gonna say? Crap. I legit can't remember.